Hi, I'm Mira from Aalaya Pilates, a BASI home studio based in Jakarta, Indonesia. We run our own YouTube channel called Aalaya Pilates at Home, but today I'm doing a series of BASI Flow Mat classes for BASI Pilates YouTube channel. This is the second class in the series, an intermediate BASI Flow Mat. A flow mat is a signature of BASI Pilates created by Ryle Isakowitz. In this class, we'll be covering some of the intermediate mat exercise in BASI Pilates. So let's begin. We're going to start seated. We're going to face the front of the mat. Have your legs in a diamond leg-like position, arms underneath the thighs. We're just going to take a moment here. Right, sitting nice and tall. I want you to find that sitting bone. I want you to perch yourself on the top of the sitting bone. Gaze is forward. Let's breathe in. And now let's breathe out. And let's do 2 more times of that. Inhale. Exhale. Allow yourself to arrive in the room. 1 more. Allow yourself to arrive on the mat. Let's do some spinal roll down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to tip the head down and allow the body to roll down to wherever you feel comfortable. It doesn't have to go all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, can we roll up again from the base of the spine to the tip of the spine, and gaze is forward. Let's do 2 more times there. Inhale and exhale. Just observe, is there any part of your back feeling a little tight today? Maybe you need to put a little bit more focus on. In breath. Exhale, we roll up. And upright position. Let's do 1 more time. And we roll down. Roll down. In breath. And we roll up again. And sitting nice and tall. Taking your arms out to the side, keeping them in your peripheral vision. I want you to just stretch your arm as far as possible, spreading the scapulae away. Keeping that spine again nice and tall. Just take a moment here. Inhale. Exhale, allow your arms and the shoulder to rest down in that shoulder girdle. Neck is long. 1 more. Exhale. Taking your arms forward in front of you, in front of the shoulder. Bring your feet on the floor and your knees pointing up. Have your feet hip-width apart. I'd like you to spread your feet on the mat. Again, lift the trunk. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's flex the spine into a C-curve position. You're going to round that back, pulling your abdominal towards the lumbar spine and reaching the arms away from the shoulder. We inhale, come back into that upright position. 2 more times. Exhale. Spinal flexion. Arms reaching forward. But I want you to still think about length. Lengthening the spine away even though you're in flexion. And inhale. Upright. 1 more. Exhale. Can we stretch that lower back? Can we reach the arms a little bit more? But keep the length in the spine. Keep the inner thighs active. And then inhale. Upright. Now let's move on. Rounding the back into the C-curve. Now we're going to roll back. Can we bring that sacrum melting on the floor? The lower back. Bring the lower back on the floor. If you can, inhale, hold. Exhale, can we come up again? Peeling the spine. Going into that C-curve. And bringing the spine upright. Let's do 2 more times. Exhale, rounding. We roll back, sacrum melting. Lower back melting, chest is open, neck is long. Inhale. Exhale, can we come up again? Pull the abdominal wall in. Over, bring your shoulder over your hips. And then bring your body upright. And exhale, we round. This is the last one. And we're gonna roll back. Roll back. Sacrum melting, lower back melting, just into the chest lift position. Let's hold that. Let's bring the feet closer towards your bottom. Have them still hip width apart. Can we square the pelvis? Make sure they're evened. And then we're going to lower the arms and lower the chest. Taking a moment here to arrive on the mat. Your pelvis is in neutral. Your spine is in neutral. Your arms are long and they're active on the floor. Your inner thighs are active too. Let's move on to a pelvic curl. Take an in breath. Exhale, can we draw the abdominal in to imprint the lower back? The tailbone comes up. And then we're going to peel the spine up with the hamstrings and the abdominal. And then arrive right at the top. Your glutes are working here. Your inner thighs are working here. Your arms are reaching towards your feet. In breath. Exhale, can we melt? Rib cage, mid back, lower back. Keep your inner thigh active. Sacrum. And back to the neutral pelvis. Let's do it again. Exhale, abdominal drawing in to imprint the lower back. And then let's peel the spine up. Hamstrings are working. Abdominal is working. And now my glutes are working at end. My inner thighs are working. You know what? Let's just hold it for a second. Make sure you have a nice straight line from the shoulder to the hips, to the knees. Your energy is reaching out from your thigh towards the knees. In breath. Exhale, let's roll it down. Melting the spine. Take it all the way back to the neutral pelvis and neutral spine. Let's do one more time. We breathe out. Can we imprint? Can we go a little higher than before? Now can we take the pelvis up, up, up. Hold, in breath. Now as you exhale, can we float your arms up and then roll the spine down simultaneously, and then take your arms overhead and the pelvis arrive back to the neutral. Make sure you don't arch your upper back. Allow the mid back to rest on the floor. In breath. Exhale, can we curl up again? As you curl up, can we take your arms up? Move your arms all the way towards your feet side. Inhale. Exhale, let's roll down. Let's float the arms again. Take it all the way overhead. And then feel that back lengthening on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, we roll up. Curl the pelvis. Take your arms all the way down towards the feet. In breath. Exhale. We roll down the spine. We take the arms overhead. And then lengthen out. Ribs are still anchoring down. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Arms down. And in breath. And exhale, this time, let's just take your right arm. Roll the spine down. Just the right arm floating. And let's take the arm overhead. Let's pause here for a second. I want you to stretch your right leg on the floor. Reach it out. Flex or dorsiflex the right foot. Reach the right arm away. Can you imprint that ribs down? Pulling the abdominal wall down. Reach out. In breath. And then exhale. Let's drag the leg in and just drag the arm back down by the side of your pelvis. Let's roll the pelvis up again to the bridge. In breath. Let's float the left arm as you roll the spine down. Bring the arm overhead. Then we're going to stretch the left leg on the floor. Dorsiflex the foot. Can we open the left hip here? Can we imprint the left rib cage down? Can we draw the abdominal wall towards the floor? We stretch out that left side. And then exhale, let's drag the leg back and the arm come back down. Let's do one more pelvic curl. We roll up all the way, high, higher than before. Inhale and exhale. Let's roll down and float both arms. Take it just facing towards the ceiling. And then release the pelvis to neutral and then turn the palms facing each other. Bring the legs together. Inner thighs are nice and tight, squashed in the middle. And let's do our supine spine twist modified. I'm going to rotate to the right to start. We're going to inhale. Your left shoulder still on the floor. As I exhale, bring in the legs back to the center. Over to the left as I inhale. The legs are going together as one unit. My right shoulder still anchored. I'm going to feel a stretch on my right oblique here. Exhale, drawing my right oblique to bring my leg back to the middle. Inhale, over to the right. Left shoulder's down. Exhale, left oblique bringing the legs back to the middle. And an inhale, over to the left. Anchor my right shoulder. Exhale. Let's do one more set. We go to the right as you inhale. Let's pause here. And now when you exhale, open your left arm down, pressing to the floor. You can turn your head towards the left arm. And as you exhale, bring the arm back, stabilize your center, and then pull the leg back to the middle. Inhale over to the left. Let's pause, control it. Take my right arm onto the floor. You can rotate your head to the right side and then pull the arm back and then lengthen, not lengthen, bring the leg back to the middle and let's hold. Floating one leg up to tabletop and then drawing the abdominal in, second leg up to tabletop. I'm going to keep that shoulder stable. Let's go into your leg changes. We're going to inhale, lower the right foot down and then switch. And then we switch. And then we switch. Can we draw the abdominal wall deep towards the back? And tap. And tap. Let's do 3 more sets. Tap. And 2 more sets. And 1 more set. And bringing both legs back to the tabletop. And let's open the arms to the T position. And then let's move on to a spine twist. This time in the tabletop position. Let's go to the right as we inhale. Exhale. Center. Moving from the trunk. Exhale. Center. And let's go 2 more times in breath. And exhale. And inhale to the left. Exhale. Last set, right. Exhale. Keep the shoulder blades down on the floor. And exhale. Center. We lower 1 foot down. Second leg down. And let's glide the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers at the back of the head. All right, you can have your feet hip width apart here. So moving to our chest lift. We breathe out. We draw the abdominal wall in. And we'll lift the head and the shoulder. Let's take your arms behind your thigh here. As you inhale, exhale. Can we come up a little higher? Now let's hold that height. Transfer your arms back behind your head. And return. We exhale. And the arms inhale. Exhale. Can we lift up a little higher? And then arms back. And return. Exhale. In breath. Exhale. Up. Inhale. Arms. Exhale down. And again. Exhale. Inhale. Can we go a little deeper? Come up, come up, come up. Hold that height. And transfer the hands back. And we return. Let's go 1 more. Exhale. And the arms. And we'll lift, lift, lift. Now if you have tilt the pelvis up into posterior tilt or tuck your bum, can we bring the pelvis back to a neutral or neutralist position here? Hold that chest. hands back. Let's hold. Let's take one leg up to tabletop and the second leg up to tabletop. Let's do some leg changes here. We're going to go in, down, and then we switch. And then we switch. And exhale. Can we get that lower back to the floor? Can we pull the abdominal deep to the floor? And tip. We switch. And switch. Hold the height of the chest. Switch. 2 more sets. Switch. Switch. Last set. Switch. And switch. Lower the foot back to the floor. Hands behind your thigh. Can we come up a little higher? Higher. And then again, lengthen the pelvis down. If you have, lift the pelvis up. Hold. Let's transfer the arms back behind the head. Now, let's add the rotation to the right. Inhale. This is chest lift with rotation. Inhale, center. Try not to lose the height of the chest here, guys. We're thinking flexion and rotation equally. Lift and center. Your pelvis is stable. And center. We twist. Center. We twist. Let's do 2 more sets. Twist. Center. Twist. Last set. Center. And hold. Let's take your arms behind your thigh. Can we come up a little higher? Release the pelvis. If you have tucked it up, stretch the leg. Stretch the leg. Stabilize the pelvis. Make sure they're equal. And then release the head and the arms down. Let's float your arms overhead. Palms are facing each other. Moving on to a roll up here. So we inhale, lift up. Exhale. Can we melt that lower back? Oh, the first one is always hard. Coming into that C-curve position, keeping that length in the spine. Even though you are in flexion, in breath. Exhale, we roll back. Sacrum, melting, lower back. And then let's take the arms overhead. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lift up. Try to keep those arms parallel to the ground, guys. In breath. Exhale, move from the base of the spine, your tailbone, your sacrum, lower back, and the arms go overhead. Again, we inhale. Make sure the pelvis is even, and then exhale. I just have a tendency to hitch my right hip up, so I need to make sure that they are evened, and then roll it back. Maybe you have your own habit. Try to keep the pelvis square, lower back down, then the arms go overhead. And let's go again. Inhale, lift. Melting the back as you come up. Exhale. In breath. And exhale. Arms overhead. Last one here. We inhale. Exhale. Keep the length of your legs equal on both sides. In breath. And exhale. Rolling back, rolling back, rolling back. Let's take your arms overhead. Turn your palms facing the ceiling. Bring the feet in. Okay, float one leg up to tabletop. Second leg up to tabletop. Squeezing the inner thighs. Let's move on to hundreds preparation. We breathe out. We lift. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, we'll lift. Inhale, let's do 2 more. Exhale, in breath. 1 more, exhale. Let's stay here. Grab the back of your thighs. Can we come up a little higher? Keeping that pelvis again as neutral as possible. Now take your arms by the side. Stretch your legs to the ceiling. Stay here. We're going to go straight to hundreds. In breath. We exhale, we pump. And inhale. And 2. And in. 3. 4. And 5. Now, can we lower the legs to whatever height you can still control? Your abdominal, stabilize the pelvis. And out. And 8. And 9. And 10. Hold, draw the knees in, lower one foot down, second one down, and we release. Stretch your left leg long on the floor. Let's take the right leg up to the ceiling. Now, let's glide your arms out to the T position. Flex, dorsiflex the right foot, and let's do some leg circle here. We inhale, circle for 3, 2, 1, reverse, 3, 2, 1, and stay. Let's go to single leg circle. We inhale, and 1 circle. Exhale. Let's do 6, 3, and 5, and hold. Reverse, out, inhale, and 2. Keep the pelvis stable, 3, and 4. 2 more, 5, and 6. Stay, point, fall, lower. Bring the other leg in, stretch your right leg, and let's bring the left leg to tabletop, and stretch your leg up, dorsiflex. Now, let's go ankle circle for 3, 2, 1, the other way, 3, 2, 1, stay in dorsiflex. Now keep your leg parallel. Let's go across the body as you inhale and exhale on 3 and exhale. I'm thinking my right hip anchoring down as heavy as I can. Stabilize the pelvis. Hold, reverse, out, in breath, and exhale, and in breath, and exhale, and 2 more. Exhale, hold, point, bend the knee, glide the leg out, stretch your arms overhead, palms facing each other. Let's go into a roll up here. We inhale. Is my pelvis square? Nope. I'm just going to adjust that. There we go. And then exhale, and we roll up, roll up, roll up. Draw the feet in. Okay, moving on to rolling like a ball. So I want you to have your hands closer towards your ankle, not on your ankle, above it. I want you to use your arm muscle, your bicep, to bring your legs or your feet closer towards your bottom. You're balancing on your tailbone here, right? You gaze towards your center. Your spine is long even though you're in flexion. So try not to slouch here. Let's do 8 of this. We inhale, we roll back to shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Can we keep the shape? Exhale. My arms are working hard here to not let my legs to fling out. Inhale. And exhale. And in breath. And exhale. I think we got 3 more. And exhale. And 2. And exhale. Last one here. And exhale. Balance. 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 Shoulders easy. I'm tensing them for no reason. And exhale. Lower the feet down. I just want you to lengthen the back. Just stretch it out. We've been in flexion for a while. Keep the spine long. Shoulders nice and open. Okay. Now, let's take one leg to tabletop. We're moving on to abdominal series. Another leg in tabletop. Hands underneath the knee. Here, we're balancing on your tailbone. Can we roll down here? Very slowly. So inhaling, prepare. Exhale, we're going to curl the sacrum, curl the lumbar, and try not to fall. Roll the spine, roll it down. 3, 2, 1, and bring the knee slightly in for your double leg stretch. Hands on the knee. Can we come up a little higher? Use your arm to lift the chest. Neck is long. And we go. We inhale. Arms and legs stretching out. Exhale. Pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Can we keep that lower back on the floor? Using your abdominal, not using your glute. Exhale. We inhale. Reach. And exhale. And try to keep the height of the chest, which you take your arms long. Exhale. 2 more. Reach. Exhale. Last one. And stay. Hands on the right knee. Extend the left leg for the single leg stretch. Can we come up a little higher? And make sure those feet at the same height, so not one too low or too high. Keep them the same height. Right, now we switch. Let's do 10. Exhale. And 2. And 3. Keeping my height of my chest. And 5. And 6. 7. 8, 9, last whole 10. I got my right knee bent. Now I'm gonna take my right hand behind my head, rotating my trunk. Can we lift a little higher? We're moving on to Criss Cross. Oh, my legs not the same height. Can we keep them the same height? Take my left hand behind my head, and let's do another 10. We twist, keeping the height of my chest. 2, and 3. My pelvis is stable. And 5, 6, 7, we twist 8, 9, we got 10, hold, come back to the middle, legs and tabletop, straighten the legs. Can we grab the back of your thigh? Can we come up a little higher? Now lower the right leg down. Sorry, this is my left leg. Lower my left leg down. My right leg stays up. Hands behind my calf. Can we pull the leg closer for your hamstring pull? 1. Shall we? Double breath. We switch. I'm reaching my left leg long. Reaching my right leg long. And. Let's do 2 more sets. Last set. Last one. Hold that, stretching my right leg long. Can we take the left leg down? Arms up forward. All right, make sure pelvis is even. Inhale. Exhale, can we come up? Roll up. Roll up. Roll up. Roll up. Roll up. And lift the spine tall. Can we just take your arms up to the ceiling? Just gonna stretch the abdominal. Let's flex the feet. Reach it out, lengthening out. In breath. Exhale. And take your arms down. Okay, guys, let's move on to a spine stretch. So I'm just go back to my center here. Now I have my feet just slightly wider than my pelvis. You can keep it pelvis, hip width apart. Take my arms forward. My spine is nice and long here. I'm not tipping to the front or slouching my back. I'm really keeping my upright alignment and I'm perching my sit spine on the mat. We in breath. We exhale. We articulate the spine. We're gonna roll down. I'm keeping my spine long even though I'm in flexion. We stay and inhale. Exhale. Lifting up, rolling up, upright alignment, in breath, exhale, rolling down, and tip a little bit forward, in breath, exhale, we roll it up, and let's go again, exhale, we articulate down, just tip forward. You can feel a little bit more of that hamstring. Inhale. Exhale. If straight legs is too challenging for you, you may bend your knees a little bit, but keep that priority in keeping the alignment upright, okay? I'm going to stretch my legs because I'm able to. Inhale. Let's do 2 more here. Exhale. So your priority here is your spine, and just modify your leg position as you need. Exhale, we roll up again. Upright, upright, taller than before. One more. And exhale, we roll down. In breath. Exhale, we roll up, up, up. Can we take your arms up just for a sec? Lengthening the spine, reaching up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, reach. And let it go. Let's bend the knees. We're going to move on to our open leg rocker, but we're going to do a modified version first, and then we're going to do the textbook one. So, feet together. Now you're balancing on your tailbone, not on the sit bone. Now I want you to lengthen the spine so your back extensors are working here. My shoulders are open. My inner thighs are also working, so I don't want them to split out to the side. Okay? So, here, nice and tall to start. And now from there, let's do 4 of this. We're going to inhale, we're going to roll to the shoulder, and we're going to come back and lift the back. And again, rounding, rolling, forward, lift, lift. 2 more, rounding, inhale, and lift, lift, lift. 1 more, and rounding, and forward, lengthening the back. My extensors are working, my shoulders are open, my neck is long. Let's hold. Can we stretch the legs? To do a little textbook, open leg rocker to wherever you can, to your maximum straight leg. Now, arms are working hard here. My extensors are working, my abdominals also working here. Can we do 6 here? Shall we? We inhale, we roll. And then forward, back is working. And again, 2. And then forward, lifting. And we got 3. And forward, and we lift, and 4, and forward. We lift even more. 2 more, 5, and up. Last one, and forward. And let's hold here, hold here. Can we bring the legs together? Squeezing them tight. Even though they're not straight, that's all right. Do whatever you can. Now, can we take your arms off? Hold it. Can we take your arms next to your ears? We're just going to hold here for 5. Your extensors, your back extensors are working. Your abs are working. Your hip flexors are crying, working. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bend the knee, stretch it out. Arms back. Well done. Right, I'm just going to adjust myself here. And let's move on to a back support. So your feet can be slightly apart here. My arms are long behind me. Now I have a tendency to hyperextend my elbows. So I'm trying to think about contracting my bicep and my triceps equally. So I'm not going to hyperextension here. So I hope I'm doing it. Take an in breath. And exhale, pressing up. Neck is long, hips high, and coming down. And again, press up. Open up the chest. My gaze is towards the ceiling, slightly diagonal though. And I hinge down. And again, lift, up, long neck, hips high. My hip extensors are working here. And coming down. 2 more. And we press up. And we go down. As you go down, I want you to keep that proud chest action, okay? 1 more. Lifting up. Opening up the hip. Can we go higher on the pelvis? Open the shoulder. Neck is long. And as you go down, keep the chest proud. 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 Well done. Cross the leg. Hands are forward. Let's go to a quadruped position. Now I want to have that shoulder and your hands aligned. The abdominal wall is drawing in. Your back extensor is working. And let's stretch. I'm stretching my left leg here. My left leg is extended out. Now I'm thinking, drawing my abdominal in. I'm thinking, bringing my pelvis slightly posterior. My hamstrings are working, but my back extensors are still working hard here. Hold. And then I'm going to join my right leg out to my front support position. Let's draw the abdominal in. Chest is forward, your extensors are working. And let's bring the right leg in. We exhale and stretch it up. And the left. And in breath. Right. In breath. Left. In breath. Right. In breath. Left. In breath. Right. Out. Left. And out. In. Let's do 2 more sets. Right. And left. Last set. Right. And left. Stretch the leg. Pull up the belly. Keep the extensors working. And then can we lift the pelvis up into a little up stretch position here. Shoulders are spreading, neck is long. And we lower the heel down for a little stretch. In breath. I'm trying to lengthen my sitting bone away from my spine as I reach my heel down to the floor. So I get my hamstrings and my calf stretch here. And spreading my shoulder wide. Inhale. And exhale. And we're going to bend the knees here. And we're going to look forward. And in count of 3, we're going to jump the feet to between the hands. So we go 3, 2, and forward. Sit down, feet forward, hip width apart, arms are forward, and we roll back, roll back, roll back. Bring the feet closer towards your bottom for your pelvic curl position here. I want to have a balanced pelvis here. All right, and then come on down. Let's go to a shoulder bridge prep here. So we breathe out. Imprint the lower back using the abdominal. And then we're going to peel the spine up, up, up. Hold. Let's have the right leg up to tabletop. And from there, we're going to lower tap and then up. We go tap and up. Let's do 8, 3, and up. Try not to drop the right hip down and up. And 5, up, 6, up, 2 more, up, last one. Hold and lower that foot down. Reestablish the pelvis. And then when you're ready, let's take the left leg up to tabletop. Stabilize the pelvis. Don't let the left hip drop. We go down and we lift. We go 8 and lift. And on 3 and 4 and 5. On 6, oh, I'm dropping my left hip. I'm going to take it up. 7. Last one. Hold. Take my foot down. Establish my position. And we roll down. Roll down. Roll down. Roll down. I'm going to stretch my legs long. Take my arms overhead for the roll-ups. We inhale. And exhale. We come up. We come up. We come up. And now here, can we bring our body upright? Just adjust the bottom. Okay. Dorsiflex the feet. Arms open to the side. Moving to our spine twist here. Your back is long. Right here. Let's go to the right. Double breath. Inhale. Left. And keeping your legs quiet. I'm moving from my spine here. Tall. I'm growing even taller if I can. In breath. One more set. Last one. And stay. Can we take your arms up? Palms facing each other. Can we lift the spine even more? Allow the shoulder to rest down. Let's do some shoulder flexion here. We'll take the arms back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the arms and open your legs. Again, hip width apart, slightly wider. Let's move on to our soma. Palms are facing forward. All right, here I'm going to my right. Twist. Move the arms. Hinge forward. And then as you come up, my right arm move to the side of my body. My left arm open, my body turn. So the BASI Flow twist. Arm, we hinge forward, keep the neck long. As I come up, left arm open to the side, right arm open, body moves to center. We inhale, and forward, and arm move, body, and twist. Arm, we hinge, and move the arm, and the body. One more set. Arm, we hinge, and arm, center. Last one, twist. Arm, we hinge, and up, and center. Bring the legs together, arms are forward, round back. Let's roll back. Let's do the roll down. We roll. Take your arms by the side, make sure your pelvis is square. And then head goes down. Let's move on to our corkscrew here. So we take one leg up to tabletop, second leg up to tabletop. We extend both legs long to the ceiling here. Make sure the feet are at the same height. All right, let's move to the right first. We tilt and away and center. We go to the left, we twist, and then down over to the right. And center, and right, and away, left, and center. We go to the left. Can we get the shoulder blades down on the floor? And right, and away, and center. To the left, and swing it away, and center. One more set, to the right, swing it to the left, and center. Last one, the legs are going as one unit here, guys. And center, bend the knee and just hug the leg back. Inhaling, exhale. All right, lower the feet. I'm going to stretch my left leg long, my left arm overhead. I'm gonna turn myself towards you for my side lying position. In fact, for my side kick. Right, so coming up onto your elbow. Now I want you to have a nice long leg. Now try to stack, not try. You need to be able to stack the hips together, alignment. Now your elbow, your bottom elbow slightly away from the shoulder. You're gonna create a nice line from the shoulder, from the elbow, all the way to the other elbow. And I'm gonna take my arm, my forearm up into my triangle position. I'm hoping that you're not slouching on your ribs. I want you to lengthen the top hip so you can lift and support and have the support from the underneath side. All right, for the side kick, we take the leg up. We flex the foot. Let's do 8 of here. We exhale. Inhale. On 2. On 3. 5. 6. 2 more. Last one. And stay back, reach away, lengthen away, lower your forearm down, your bottom forearm. Can we stretch the top arm away? Just stay here for a little stretch here. Now I'm reaching my back leg to open my hip. I'm reaching my arm away from the shoulder. I'm pulling my arm and the leg away from each other. I'm pushing the floor away with my bottom forearm. Staying inhale, exhale. And let's bring the leg together. If you have space, let's swing the leg around. If not, just turn over to the other side. Okay, so We got my elbow away from my shoulder. Straight line from the elbow to the other elbow, reaching my hip away. And let's get into that triangle pose. Flex the top foot. And we go forward. We go 8. And 2. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last. Stay back, stay back, stay back. Forearm down. Reach the top arm away. We're going to pull the arm and the leg away from each other. I'm going to feel the stretch and my front of my top hip, which is my left side. Inhale, reach out, lengthen out, and bring them together. And let's go into our your front. Onto your forearm for your single leg kick position. So, here I'm spreading my shoulders wide, getting my shoulder blades to anchor down, to lengthen down to my mid-back. My neck is long. Can you draw that sitting bone or lengthen sitting bone down towards your feet? Can we draw that pubic bone up and the lower abs up towards your heart here? So you're supporting the lower back. You're not sinking that lower back down. And then we're going to lift both legs up so your hip extensors are working here. And then we'll start. Exhale. And inhale. And inhale. And 2 more sets. And last set. And stretch my legs long. My hip extensors are working here. Now, can we bring them a little closer together? It doesn't have to be together, just a little closer. Hold the hip extensors. Can we lower the chest? Lower, lower. I'm going to turn my head towards my left, my right cheek on the floor. And interlacing my hands for the double leg kick. Can we bring the legs together? My hip extensors are still working here. And then we go. Triple kick. And then we lengthen. Lift the arms off your bottom. And then over to the other side. And then lengthen. Keep going, guys. I'm just going to adjust my mic. And we go. Inhale. Reach. Lengthen. Lengthen. Again. And keeping the neck long here, lengthening up. And again, kick, 2, 3, and we lift up, and we kick, 2, 3, and lift, 2, 3. Last set, 2, 3, and lift. Reach up. Last 1, 2, 3, and lift. We hold the hip extensors. Can we circle the arms forward? Circle. Circle, circle, separate the leg. Keep your head between the arms. Let's move to our swimming. We eat breath for 5. Exhale. Let's just do 5 sets. Inhale. Exhale. On 3. On 4. And 5. Hold and lower. Bring your forearm underneath your shoulder and then pull the belly and push yourself up onto the rest position. Staying here in breath. And exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths. And 1 more. And let's roll the body up. We're not done yet, almost there. Let's go to our teaser prep. And then we're gonna do a still puppy. So, let's just do 4 teaser prep here. Hands underneath the thigh. We're going to balance on your tailbone. Draw that lower abs in. We're not slouching. Our back is just still working here. 1 leg up. tabletop. Second leg up, tabletop. Hold. Arms are forward. My hip flexors are working, my abdominal is working, my back extensors are working. Then we roll down. As you breathe out, can we articulate that spine? And we inhale, we come up, come up, come up, come up, tall. 3 more. Exhale. Abdominal, 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 abdominal. Inhale, abdominal. Hip flexors, back extensors. 2 more. Abdominal. Pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. Inhale, coming up. And 1 more. And roll it down. And we inhale. You know what? And then can we grab the legs and your ankle, your calf? Can we stretch your legs long? Can we again lengthen the back so your back extensors are working hard here? Can we hold that position? Can we take your arms off? Can we balance? For the teaser 1 position, we're not doing teaser 1, we're just gonna hold it for 3, 2, 1, and we take it down. Good job. All right, last one, feel poppy, and then we're finished. We're done. All right, so elbow underneath the knee, palm over the foot, and the other one, 2, and there. Again, balancing in your tailbone. Now make sure the knees are not too wide. You want to have the inner thighs working still. Your gaze is towards your center or in between the legs. Whoop, we'll stay. And now let's do 6 of this. We're going to roll back and we clap 2, 3, and then forward. Clap 1, 2, 3, and then back. 1, 2, 3, and forward. Inner thigh, inner thigh, inner thigh, and then back. Moving from the hip as you clap. Clap, 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 and then back. Clap, 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 and then forward. Clap. I lost count, guys. 2 more sets, I think. Clap, 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 and then forward. Clap, 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 and then last set. Clap, 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 and the last one. Clap, clap, clap. Good job. Lower the feet. And we come back to the position we started. So have your legs in a diamond position. Hands underneath the thigh. Keeping the spine long. Shoulders wide. Take an in breath. As you exhale, let's roll the spine. And just let go of the arms and let the arms be in front of the feet. Keep the arms long. Go as low as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Let's roll it up. And bring the arm with you underneath the thigh again. We go 1 more time. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, roll the spine. And let's take your arms forward with you. And in breath. Exhale. Roll it up. And up. And up. And tall. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. I hope you had a great class. Please comment and subscribe to BASI YouTube channel. We have a variety of classes from talented BASI Pilates teachers from around the world. I hope to see you on the mat again. Have a great day and take care.